Good morning, Hong Kong, and welcome back to another episode of Hong Kong Insurance 101. Following on from last week where we looked at contracts, this week we're talking about agents. Now, for many people, when the words insurance and agent are put together, they probably think of an insurance agent. That is to sell, an agent or someone who sells insurance. However, the terms agent and agency have much wider definitions within the context of Hong Kong insurance and Hong Kong law. When we think about insurance, the idea of an agent becomes slightly more complicated. And this is because insurance intermediaries, which are de facto agents, can be described either as insurance brokers or insurance agents. Even though an insurance agent normally represents the insurance company and an insurance broker normally represents the policyholder, under Hong Kong law and within the laws of agency, both insurance brokers and insurance agents are agents. So perhaps we can clear this up a little bit. An agent is someone representing a principal. Now, while this might seem fairly straightforward, the law of agency can in fact be very complicated. The governing idea for this theory of law is essentially, he who acts through another is himself performing the act. When a child goes to the grocery store at his mother's direction and buys something on credit, the child is acting as an agent and the mother is acting as a principal. While the child has made the purchase, the contract of sale is between the mother and the store. It is not the child that carries the debt for the credit purchase, but the mother who now has an obligation to repay. Continuing this analogy, the mother, as the principal, is bound by the acts of her child, the agent. If the child purchases additional items which were not asked for, the mother is still responsible for carrying that debt. An agency is a relationship between an agent and a principal, and it may be created as a matter of fact rather than by any formal legal appointment. Under Hong Kong law, an agency is deemed to arise in certain given circumstances, despite the fact of any formal agreement. At this point, it is important to realize that an agency can exist without a contract of agency. As in the previously mentioned example of a child becoming an agent of their mother on the trip to the grocery store, this is a domestic arrangement. No contract is created, but the agency existing between the mother and the child still exists. The child has a duty to perform the task ahead of him and purchase the items requested by the mother. There is no contract involved, but the agency has been created by agreement. All parties are agreed on the course of action and that the child should represent the mother at the store. The implied conduct of the agent and principal have been created via the agency. A contract may form part of an agency agreement, but is not necessary for an agent to be given authority by the principal. Now, CCW Global is an insurance broker. That means that when you purchase insurance through us, we are your agent. However, we represent our clients and not the insurance companies. This means that under Hong Kong law, when you choose to purchase an insurance policy from CCW Global, we are your agent. We are obligated to represent your interests as the agent of our insurance. You are the principal for all our brokers who in turn would also be your agents. This is a fundamentally different relationship from an insurance agent, as that type of intermediary represents the insurance company. They are literally the agents of the insurers, and you are the third party which the insurer is dealing with via the agency. While both brokers and agents have agency relationships, each one of these intermediaries does their agency from the opposite end of the insurance spectrum. That's us for this week. As always, we hope you have a happy and healthy weekend. Please remember to like and subscribe to stay current with all our content as it comes out. And don't forget to ask CCW. We're simplifying your insurance.